Hi everyone, we're excited to present our project SurveyDash. Survey papers are to have a comprehensive introduction to the research area, but creating them require immense human effort and time. With SurveyDash, we aim to automate the process. We create a data set by starting by choosing a topic. We then find the existing paper on that field, extract the reference papers they use, and consider the reference papers are relative. So the input to our system is the topic and the titles of the related papers. So our system will then download the content of the papers from archive and use that for the processing. So we designed a multiple stage structure to generate a survey paper. At stage 1, agents only read the abstracts of every paper and write an outline structure of the survey. Then at stage 2, each section is written by an agent providing more specific knowledge on the cited papers. Finally, we compile all the sections, check the hallucination, and refine the final version. So every agent here we use are GPT-4Os.
So we designed the outline construction stage as an iterative process. The outline writing agent will first create an initial outline using the abstracts from the reference papers, while the feedback provider agent will analyze the outline and generate detailed and actionable suggestions for refinement. The outline writer agents will then incorporate this feedback and submit the revised outline back to the feedback provider agent for further review. This process repeats until either a maximum number of conversation or a mutual consensus is reached.
The next part is generate paper from outlines. We will first prompt the models to summarize each of the papers, and then we feed the summarization of the papers along with the final outline and current section and the topic to our agent to generate section draft. It is an iterative process, and it will stop until all the sections are generated. So next part is a hallucination check. So the hallucination agent will identify the target sentence, which is a sentence of the citations, and then it checks the correctness of the citation. The process is it will feed in the contents of the paragraph along with the full content of cited reference paper to the agent, and it will identify the content, the citation is correct or not. If there's any errors, it will correct it.
This step will produce the final survey paper. The input will be a rough draft generated by the system mentioned in the previous slides. One agent will review the overall rough draft and provide suggestions for each of the sections. Then another agent will take in the suggestions 2 sections at a time along with the corresponding sections within the rough draft. At the same time, this agent will also edit the draft according to the suggestions. This iteration will repeat until each of the sections have been edited. The combined output of all the iterations will become the final output of overall system and the final draft. The baseline is a specialized prompt GPT-4o agent. The system prompt provides background. The user prompt provides instructions, and the title, link, and of the reference paper. To evaluate our system, we devised a rubric with instructions to score each of the metrics. And the ... in this rubric represent instructions in the actual rubric to how to score for each of the metrics. To collect our quantitative result, we experimented using GPT-4 agent to score the survey paper based on the rubric. However, the results were unsatisfactory, so the team members score the survey paper based on the rubric individually, and then the final result is the average across the teammates.
Next part is a quantitative result. As you can see, our SurveyDash outperformed the baseline model GPT-4o in all the matrices, especially in the depth of analysis and the comprehensiveness matrices. Next part is the qualitative result. As you can see, these 2 paragraphs are generated by our baseline models and the SurveyDash on the same on the same topic of the same session. And you can see the SurveyDash output have more detail and has more in-depth analysis.
So looking at some limitations of our system, first, it is not fully automated. The user has to manually enter the titles of the reference papers rather than simply providing the topic of the survey paper for automatic generation. Second, we lack a standardized expert model, and currently we have to rely on ourselves for the evaluation of our system's performance. Our team also recognized some interesting takeaways from this project. For instance, breaking down the task into multiple smaller agent-specific tasks proved efficient, and also the utilization of the iterative consensus approach, where two agents interact with each other in an iterative process towards a single objective, has demonstrated promising results in all our stages. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.